Okay, so this is part one of a series I'm doing on winter solstice traditions, Yule traditions, and other winter traditions that got morphed into what we now consider Christmas traditions. So the Druids celebrated a holiday called Alban Arthan, and I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, but they celebrated it on the day of the winter solstice, and it represented the death of the old year and the beginning of the new year. And they celebrated it with mistletoe because mistletoe is an evergreen plant and it represented their renewal and the continuation of life. And they also believe that mistletoe was an aphrodisiac, and that's where the tradition of kissing under the mistletoe comes from. Then you have Yule, which was a celebration done by Scandinavians and other European cultures. That involve basically like decorating trees, setting them on fire, same way with wreaths and garlands. That's where that comes from, but it was originally another winter solstice celebration to represent the return of the sun as the days eventually slowly get longer, even if it's just 5 minutes. And so here, the next part of this video, I'm going to talk about some different traditions that you can use to celebrate Yule or the winter solstice. Okay, so here's some to celebrate Yule. You have to decorate your altar with red candles, evergreen and holly, decorate a Yule tree, make a Yule wreath, kiss under the mistletoe, bake a Yule log, which are really good, by the way, have a ritual to mark the return of the sun. And you can already see where a lot of these are modern Christmas traditions. And here are some more rituals or ways to celebrate, including nature walks, creating intentions for the new year. It's really easy to see where the idea of New Year's resolutions come from. And again, it's the rituals to welcome the sun, which I think is a great idea, and that's probably what I'm going to be doing. So let me know. I'll see you in part 2. Okay, so this is part 2 of different pagan beliefs, celebrations that got morphed into Christmas traditions. So you had the Romans. They celebrated the Feast of Ops on December 19th. Ops was the goddess of fertility and goddess of the earth. She was the wife of Saturn, and they had such major feast and celebrations in her honor. That's where the term opulence comes from. And on December 25th, the Romans also celebrated Sol Invictus, which means the unconquered sun, which was basically a way of celebrating the fact that the sun would slowly be returning, which is a common theme throughout different solstice traditions. And then you have, this is Mithra, that's his Roman name. He was a Persian god. His name in Persian is Mer, but I'm sure I'm probably mispronouncing that because I'm really bad at pronunciation. I have a slight speech impediment, and that just makes it worse. But he was the Persian god of light and truth, and was considered an all-seeing god. They celebrated his alleged birth and creation on December 25th as well. So that's probably why the day December 25th was chosen as a day of celebration. And actually, you can see a lot of similarities between him and Christ. The idea of Christ being a God of light and a bringer of light and of truth. Yeah, nothing new is ever really that new. And if you have any more questions, let me know. I'm really enjoying researching this and finding out more. And anybody feel free to stitch this, duet this, do whatever. Go for it.